Quinoa, often celebrated for its high protein content and ancient origins, brings more to the table than most people realize. While it may not be the top source of resistant starch, it still quietly offers this benefit, especially when cooked and then allowed to cool. This simple act of chilling transforms the starches in quinoa, increasing their resistance to digestion and helping support a healthier gut. Combined with its naturally high levels of plant-based protein, fiber, and essential minerals, cooled quinoa becomes a food that is both functional and fulfilling, one that speaks to the body's need for strength, balance, and nourishment on every level. There's something deeply satisfying about quinoa. Its small, bead-like grains unfurl gently as they cook, releasing a delicate, almost nutty aroma and revealing a soft texture with just enough bite. It's a grain that feels alive in the mouth, light, but sustaining. When quinoa cools after cooking, some of the starch molecules undergo retrogradation. This process changes their structure just enough to make them harder to digest in the small intestine. Instead, they move on to the large intestine, where they are fermented by the beneficial microbes that live there. These microbes turn resistant starch into short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which help lower inflammation, strengthen the gut lining, and support digestion in a subtle but lasting way. Quinoa's fiber content, though modest, works synergistically with this resistant starch. Together, they support regular bowel movements, prevent blood sugar spikes, and create an environment in the gut that favors balance over chaos. And it's not just about the digestive benefits. Quinoa's rich amino acid profile makes it a complete protein, one of the few plant foods that contain all 9 essential amino acids. This makes it an ideal post-workout food, especially when cooled and combined with other whole foods. It helps rebuild muscle, replenish energy, and restore calm to a body that's been pushed and challenged. Cooled quinoa is also incredibly versatile. Once it has been cooked, ideally in water or broth with a pinch of salt, simply allow it to cool at room temperature, then transfer it to the fridge. After a few hours, or even better, overnight, it becomes a new kind of ingredient, one that's ideal for building cold grain salads, nourishing bowls, and light but satisfying lunches. Mix it with chickpeas, chopped herbs, diced cucumber, lemon juice, and olive oil for a Mediterranean-inspired salad. Toss it with roasted vegetables, tahini, and a bit of garlic for something more grounded and savory. Or fold it into a cold breakfast bowl with berries, yogurt, and a touch of cinnamon for a new twist on morning grains. There's an emotional ease that comes from cooking a batch of quinoa and knowing it's there, chilled and waiting, ready to become whatever you need. It's adaptable, flexible enough to take on the flavor of whatever you pair it with, and gentle enough to never overwhelm. And the act of preparing it, of fluffing the grains with a fork and letting them rest and cool, is itself a kind of nourishment. It's a moment of intention in a busy world. Quinoa is more than just a health food, it's a food that respects your body's complexity. It supports the need for strength and recovery with its protein. It honors your gut with resistant starch. And it stabilizes your energy with fiber and slow-burning carbohydrates. All this from a tiny grain that has been feeding people for thousands of years. In a culture that often glorifies quick fixes and extremes, quinoa invites something quieter. It asks you to prepare, to cool, to listen to your body, and to support it gently but powerfully. So let quinoa be part of your rhythm. Cook it with care. Cool it with purpose. And eat it with gratitude for what it offers and what it quietly helps you rebuild within.